Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, The Glammed Rebel. I hope everyone's having a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe for daily updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Thomas is emotionally blackmailing Ridge. Introduction. Thomas Forrester's return to chaos. The bold and the beautiful consistently delivers a captivating blend of romance, betrayal, and manipulation. Few characters embody this cycle more completely than Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson. His latest reappearance brings the familiar cocktail of desperation and scheming that fans have grown both exhausted by and secretly addicted to. This time, Thomas isn't chasing Hope Logan with mannequin fantasies. Instead, he's targeting his father, Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., with a fresh round of emotional blackmail designed to force Ridge into marrying Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. And in the grand tradition of Forrester melodrama, the one person who must be shoved out of the way is none other than Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. To fully understand the absurdity and brilliance of this new plot twist, one has to examine not only the present storyline, but also the entire messy history of Thomas, Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke. In the following sections, we'll unpack Thomas's motivations, explore Ridge's endless indecision, revisit Brooke and Taylor's decades-long rivalry, and speculate on how this new round of manipulation could backfire. Along the way, we'll also examine fan reactions, thematic patterns, and the soap's long-standing obsession with love triangles that refuse to die. Part 1. Thomas's history of manipulation, from obsession to blackmail. Thomas Forrester has never been the model son or brother. His history is riddled with manipulative stunts that range from questionable judgment to outright sociopathy. To understand why fans groan every time he picks up a new scheme, we need to revisit some highlights. 1. The baby Beth scandal. Thomas played a central role in the infamous baby swap storyline. Instead of telling Hope that her daughter Beth was alive, he milked the lie to manipulate her into marrying him. Viewers haven't forgiven him for weaponizing an infant. 2. The Hope mannequin. Possibly the strangest storyline in modern soap history. Thomas hallucinated a mannequin that looked like Hope Logan. He treated it as his partner, a storyline that veered from dark psychological drama into unintentional comedy. Even after recovering, the memory lingers. 3. Manipulating Douglas. Time and again, Thomas has used his young son, Douglas, as a pawn in his schemes, dangling access to him as leverage against Hope or Ridge. 4. Gaslighting and half-truths. Whether it's doctoring texts, spreading rumors, or exploiting secrets, Thomas's manipulative methods are the classic tactics of a soap opera villain. So when spoilers suggest he's emotionally blackmailing Ridge now, it feels less like character evolution and more like Thomas returning to his comfort zone. Part 2. Ridge Forrester, the human ping-pong ball. If Thomas is the manipulator, Ridge is the eternal target. Ridge has been pulled between Brooke and Taylor for over 3 decades, and his inability to make a permanent decision is legendary. The cycle repeats itself with uncanny accuracy. Ridge chooses Brooke. Taylor is devastated. Ridge chooses Taylor. Brooke is devastated. A Ridge waffles, torn between destiny with Brooke and family with Taylor. Repeat until the audience reaches collective exhaustion. What makes this cycle worse is Ridge's own lack of backbone. He's often swayed not by genuine conviction, but by guilt trips, external pressure, and emotional manipulation. Thomas understands this weakness and exploits it every chance he gets. Emotional blackmail works on Ridge because his guilt reflex is finely tuned. Part 3. Taylor Hayes, the eternal hopeful. Taylor Hayes' character arc could be summarized as brilliant psychiatrist, terrible at her own romantic judgment. Despite being a professional at understanding human behavior, Taylor repeatedly falls into the trap of believing Ridge will finally choose her permanently. Brooke's enduring hold over Ridge crushes her optimism each time. Thomas's manipulation hinges on Taylor's desperation. If he can corner Ridge into a guilt-based marriage, Taylor benefits in the short term. But the long-term risk is obvious. A marriage born out of obligation never lasts, especially when Brooke still lingers in the background. Taylor should know better, but her blind spot for Ridge makes her vulnerable. Part 4. Brooke Logan, the eternal rival. Brooke Logan has been both the love of Ridge's life and the thorn in Taylor's side since the early 1990s. Their rivalry is the backbone of the bold and the beautiful romantic storytelling. Brooke always manages to locate her way back to Ridge, no matter how many times he strays. She's the embodiment of his destiny, a word that fans both love and despise. Brooke's recent near-death experience, where Ridge saved her from drowning, reignited their romance once more. Of course, someone caught Ridge kissing her in the aftermath. The question of who snapped that photo looms large, and Thomas seems like the prime suspect. If he indeed has evidence of Ridge's lingering love for Brooke, then his attempt to blackmail Ridge into sticking with Taylor becomes a high-stakes gamble. Part 5. Emotional blackmail. Thomas's latest weapon. Please clarify what Thomas is doing this time. According to spoilers, Thomas is pushing Ridge into marrying Taylor by leveraging family loyalty, reminding Ridge that choosing Taylor represents unity and stability for the Forrester family. Threatening exposure. Thomas holds onto the photo of Ridge kissing Brooke, implying or explicitly threatening to use it to undermine his father's credibility. Playing the abandoned son card. Guilt-tripping Ridge by portraying himself as the wounded child who only wants his parents together is another strategy. It's a layered manipulation strategy that combines emotional pressure with blackmail. And given Ridge's history of folding under guilt, Thomas has a decent chance of success, at least temporarily. Part 6. Fan reactions, exhaustion, and eye-rolling. The fan base has not been silent about Thomas's return to manipulative form. Social media comments range from exasperation to biting humor. The fact that he feels compelled to emotionally manipulate his father into marrying his mother is quite telling. His track record of marriage manipulation makes him a pro. He probably took the Hope mannequin with him when he left, as Liam wants to be with Hope again. Too funny. Make him go away. I stole my kid, got engaged, had no job, still have no job now, no bride, and left his kid in a foreign country. Yikes, how old is he? Fans are essentially calling out the soap for recycling Thomas's scheming instead of evolving him as a character. Some want him gone entirely, preferably back to Paris, where he can do less damage. Part 7. The mystery photographer. Who takes the picture? One tantalizing detail in this storyline is the mystery of who photographed Ridge kissing Brooke. If it wasn't Thomas, then who else could benefit from exposing it? Possibilities include Hope Logan, unlikely but possible if she wanted to reveal Ridge's lingering feelings. Steffi Forrester, she has been fiercely protective of Taylor and could weaponize the photo. An outside character. B&B often introduces random plot devices through minor characters. If Thomas has the photo, it provides him leverage. If someone else does, Thomas may still exploit it once it surfaces. Part 8. Potential outcomes. Where could the story go? 1. Ridge marries Taylor under duress. Thomas succeeds in pushing Ridge into marriage, but it collapses quickly when the truth comes out. 2. The photo surfaces publicly. Brooke regains her foothold in Ridge's life, and Thomas's plan implodes. 3. Thomas gets exposed again. His manipulation is revealed, leaving him ostracized by both Ridge and Taylor. 4. A surprise twist, perhaps another character, like Steffi or even Eric, exposes the truth for their own reasons. Part 9. Why the cycle never ends. The bold and the beautiful thrives on repetition. The show relies heavily on the Brooke-Ridge-Taylor triangle, and Thomas's manipulations only intensify the drama. Fans complain about the redundancy, yet ratings prove that people keep tuning in to see how the same drama plays out differently each time. It's both maddening and oddly comforting. Part 10. A. Critical analysis of Thomas's character arc. Thomas could have been redeemed after his previous breakdown and recovery. Instead, the writers seem committed to keeping him in the role of perpetual schemer. This raises several questions. Why won't the show allow him to grow? Is he doomed to repeat the same cycle forever? Does the audience secretly prefer him this way because it guarantees drama? The refusal to evolve Thomas speaks to a larger issue in soap storytelling. Stability is boring and conflict is currency. Conclusion: what will Thomas do next? At the end of the day, Thomas Forrester is once again leveraging guilt and secrets to manipulate his father. Ridge, as usual, is the ultimate victim of his indecisiveness, while Taylor and Brooke remain trapped in the cycle of rivalry. Whether Thomas's plan succeeds or fails, the fallout is guaranteed to be explosive. What fans can be sure of is this: as long as Ridge, Brooke, Taylor, and Thomas are on screen, emotional blackmail and romantic chaos will remain the order of the day. And no matter how many times the same story plays out, audiences will still tune in, rolling their eyes, groaning, but secretly loving every melodramatic second. Feel free to share any video requests in the comments. I'll try to make a video about it. Stay connected with the Glammed Rebel for all the latest updates, spoilers, and deep dive recaps. See you in the next video. Stay safe and healthy. May God keep you safe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell button for daily updates.